It's the greatest power of mind, is this idea of me. And me is composed of mine. Whatever is mine is part of me. My body, my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, my family, my job, my car, my house, my friends, my fortune, my losses, it's all me. And if you take out any chunk of that, take away my family, oh, there's a hole in me. And so then I fill it with my martinis or my drugs or my something else to fill the hole of me. And so me is filled with holes that we try to fill all the time, because basically it's an idea that has to be kept together. We have to continually reinforce it and tell ourselves about it, or we forget. And so if you're willing to stop the story of me and mine, that's what we're here for. It's as simple as that. That's the next evolutionary leap, because as great as this power of mind is, the greatest power of mind is silence.
Conscious silence.
Conscious silence is the answer to every question, every doubt, every fear, every confusion, every misunderstanding, every wanting to know. The answer is conscious silence. It's that simple. No discussion needed. You don't have to go anywhere, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to drop into silence, you don't have to find silence. Silence is already here. You just stop the conversation. And that's why we're here.
But for many people, conscious silence becomes a concept, me and my conscious silence. And that's why we do have conversation, because in a conversation that is determined by inquiry, the point is to constantly pull the floor out from under, the rug out from under, the me and mine.
That's the grace.
That's what we're doing here. That's all we're doing, really.
That was our grace in meeting our teacher. You know, that we'd gone as far as we could go by ourselves. We'd gotten relatively quiet. We were quiet when we were teaching, but not when we left the room. And that was like the clue. You know, as soon as we left the room, we picked up our old stuff. It's like, well, something has to finish. And so our teacher's job, he just kept rolling the logs back in that were burning. You know, if you catch on fire and something rolls out, he kicked it back in. Yes.
Is going into the silence how you're able to bear all the pain? As an example, animal abuse. I mean, if there's a particular pain that sets you off, and brings you out? Is it going back into the silence?
So if you're going into the silence to avoid that pain?
Right.
That's me and my silence that I'm going to go into in order to avoid my pain. That's still the same old, same old.
So it may work as a strategy of mine, but it doesn't reveal freedom.
Well,
so when there is a pain that is absolutely unbearable, all that can be done is to bear it. And then there is a discovery of a capacity to bear that is unlimited. And in that very discovery, and that discovery means that you aren't saying, I can't bear it, therefore I won't bear it. You're saying, I can't bear it, and I'm going to bear it. You're actually including it. And there's a discovery that you have limitless capacity to bear anything. And that limitless capacity is silence. So you didn't go anywhere for that silence. You actually didn't move. And we have to hear it in many different ways, because everything in our culture reinforces our thought process. In our culture in particular, Western culture, but really probably most cultures now. It's the thought process. So in the reinforcement of that, we totally overlook the areas of no thought that are in every day of our lives. The spaciousness that's happening because we're conditioned to jump from thought to thought. That's what has relevance. That's what our reference point is. And what this invitation is just an unwinding to stop jumping from thought to thought. And then you see what is here regardless of thought. What is here with no thought and what is here with every thought. And that's silence. Conscious awareness.
And in that you can see what is thought actually made of. Just penetrate it. What's it made of?
What's its substance?
Where does it come from? Where does the thought come from? Where does it go back to? When it's gone, where is it? Do you think there's a big stack of them somewhere?
Levels of thought. Where?
Disappears, right? Disappears. And where did it come from? The same place it disappeared to. What is that? Where is that? Where is that not? So if you can actually experience that for yourself, to see the total emptiness of thoughts, you can stop taking them personally. Nothing is as it appears. That's the truth.